How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my FIFA 17 Fulham career mode. This is episode 30, and I made a mistake in the last episode. I've said that was 28. Of course, that one was 29, which makes this one 30. So we're up to 30 episodes, and we're about 1.5 seasons through. Just into the back end of December now. Of course, first season in the Premier League, second season of the career mode. Quickly, obviously at this point of the video, I'd usually maybe potentially talk about some comments from the previous episode, but as I did mention in the previous episode that I am recording a few episodes back to back to try and get ahead on videos, which means that the previous episode I've literally just recorded it, so there aren't any, obviously no comments for me to discuss. So what I'll do is I'll get that video up as soon as possible, and then the next video I'll probably discuss some comments from that video if any. So we've got a few emails to deal with by the looks of things. Yeah, we've got a little bit of a problem, as we keep mentioning. Sacco actually feels happy, which means okay, but Malone, Parker, Maddle, Kavanagh and Stearman have 6 months or less on their contract and are able to sign with another club free of, well, on a free, which, well, they haven't yet because they've still only got 7 months. We need to really sort these contracts out, but as you can see, we just can't afford anybody's signing on fee. We could sign Malone, he's not too bad. Parker we can do. Parker, do we want to? We'll do Parker because I don't want him to leave on a free. In fact, we won't do Parker. We'll let him leave at the... I think it... How old is he? Does it say how old he is here? He's 37. So I don't think I want to use him much longer anyway. Okay, we'll let Parker go. So we'll do Malone. I think... Will it adjust the budget automatically for us? Maybe he's a little bit too expensive. 9,000. Maddle. Okay, Maddle is someone we can do. So we'll do Maddle because we do use him from time to time. We'll put his contract up to 20,000. 5%, we'll give him a squad rotation. That one will be affordable, so we'll do him. These three, not 100% that fussed about. Obviously, we don't want to lose them, but at the minute, money is tight, so we can't deal with that at the moment. But anyway, we're actually moving quite closely into January. I think we might actually get into January at the start of this episode, and that's when we'll look at moving Sacco on and use the money just to try and bolster the club back up a little bit and invest where we need to invest. But before that, we've got a game at home away to Watford even. Fortunately, in the last episode, we did lose to Stoke, which ended our unbeaten run. But we'll bounce back and we'll pick up another 3 points from Watford. Reverting back to the 4-4-1-1, which works better for us than the 4-4-2, clearly. Everybody's fully fit, so let's just jump straight into it. Here we are then, we are live from Vicarage Road for this Premier League fixture. Fulham away to Watford. Of course, something mentioned in the last episode, we're looking at scouting one of Watford's player, and that is Isaac Success. Listed as a striker here on career mode, but mainly used as a right winger. I think he might have had a position change, either obviously from one to the other. We're not 100% sure which way it is now, but looking at bringing Isaac Success into the club, and I think as a right winger he'd do very well for us, which potentially would mean Kearney moving up into behind the striker role, which I'm not sure where that leaves Hosebed really, but potentially a change in formation. We shall have to see. A number of suggestions a few times to move Kearney to the centre attacking mid, which we haven't done just yet because this is working out for us. So the Watford lineup then, much stronger. Jan Makbul, Cathcart, Barami, Decore in there. Juanfran on the bench, Jarjeji, good player. Okaka's not bad. So a nice start, a good strong lineup from Watford. We'll of course take a look at our lineup, but very famous, and the one that we've stuck with mainly for the most of the season, to be honest. I think we changed formation a couple of episodes in, and have never looked back, apart from against that Stoke game, but that was potentially a mistake by me. So back to the 4-4-1-1, and of course Sigurðsson, the captain Hosebed, looking to continue his striking form. Did grab himself one goal in the last episode. Couldn't find a goal against Stoke, but he did only play 45 minutes. So this is a new challenge now at Watford. Watford are not a bad side. I don't think they feature in the top half of the table at the moment. Oh, I think they're actually 10th. I think they're propping it up. So, big game for us here, really. We can continue picking up some points here. And Yamat kicks that one out. We get ourselves a throw-in. It's nice from Cabano into Aluko. Aluko's going to get a shot away here. Oh, it's just wide. Oh, good ball by Kabu to find Yamat. Down this right-hand wing. Nice ball in. Oh, Reem, what's he doing? I think he's done that before, you know. I remember a couple of episodes ago, quite a few episodes ago now, he nearly scored an own goal by turning it into the back of his net. Nearly does the same there. A little bit of lack of communication there. That's Aluko's earlier effort that went wild. Hozabed, come on then. We've broken through one line, but when we do that, there's another one to deal with. Although, we've broken it open a little bit here. Thanks to, this is a good run being made by Kearney. Just pull it back. Does. Lansbury still controls it. Lansbury's going to get a shot away. It was a bit of a tough angle. Somehow it rolls across the face of goal. Nobody's able to really get a touch on it. And it's going to go out. Just roll out for a goal kick. Not the best of efforts by Lansbury there. Shouldn't really be shooting from that position, to be honest. But it was the only option I really had because Watford were tight on him. Now then. Oh, Barami's won it. Here's a Gallo. Oh, I thought that was in. Not going to lie. I thought that one was in. Good play here. I think it was Barami and Success linking up there to eventually find Igalo. His shot from just outside the box. Usually, quite a lot of times you do see them rifle in, but fortunately for us, this one was just well wide of the post. 3 minutes have been added on. I don't think there's going to be a breakthrough here in the first half. Our defending's not been great, but Watford's has been absolutely fantastic. And that's the story of the first half, because referee blows for half-time then. So 0-0 into the first half. An absolutely fantastic performance from Watford. They are getting men forward, and as soon as we get the ball, all of a sudden, no time at all, they've got 8 men back, and we can't break the wall down. An absolutely solid performance by Watford, and they've been going forward as well, creating opportunities. We're lucky here, really, to be going in at half-time 0-0, but that is the score at half-time. Watford 0, Fulham 0. So a couple of other games being played here on the eve of Christmas Eve, December the 23rd. Chelsea are 1-0 down to Spurs. That's quite good for us. Chelsea, of course, are above us, top of the league. We're hunting them down. Spurs are in second, though, so they kind of pull away from us. So we could do with picking up a point here. Liverpool are taking the lead in the Merseyside derby against Everton. United and Sunderland kick off later on. Southampton 1-0 up against Reading. A huge battle at the bottom of the table there. That's big for Southampton, but Reading could do with some points as well. Stoke Arsenal held at 0-0. City picking up a big half-time lead against Swansea, and West Ham and Crystal Palace at 0-0. We, of course, 0-0 here at Watford. I don't want to make any substitutions just yet because I literally have no ideas what to do here. We need to try and break this wall of Watford defenders down. Tactically, they've got this spot on here, but we've got to do something to try and break the deadlock. Holobas it is who commits it. Half an hour to go. We'll see what happens with this free kick, then we'll start to look at an opportunity to make some substitutions. Lansbury's going to whip the ball in. Fantastic free kick in. It's fallen to Aluko. Can't quite get the ball under his feet. He has now, and he strikes it. Oh, and it's just wide. Our first real opportunity of the game there, to be quite honest, and it's taken us 64 minutes to create one, and it came from a dead ball situation, a set piece, and it's Aluko who gets the shot, and he just rallies wide. No real opportunity there. We do need to make some substitutions. I think Aite is going to be one of them. I was going to take Aluko off and bring Iheanacho on, but based on that, I think we should leave him on, and I think I'm actually going to bring McDonald on. Cabano's not really been involved here. Lansbury's played very well. Hozabed, we know, can score some goals, so... And so can McDonald as well, to be fair to him. So we'll bring him into the field of play. He's a good player, Pereira. Oh, we've got to deal with this. They've played it inside. I would have been surprised if Holobas was going to miss that. Nobody was defending him. And, well, we go 1-0 down here. Watford fully deserved, don't get me wrong. I'm a little bit disappointed. But Watford fully deserve that goal. They've been the better side here. We just created our one and only real chance there, thanks to Aluko, and he's smashed it about 5 foot over. Nobody is defending him. I'm not sure. It's Kearney who's tracked back to defend him. Not sure where, or is that Bunuel? I don't know where Bunuel is then. He definitely should be picking up the run of Holobas. It was Holobas, yes, it was Holobas. That's only his second goal. He's been very good for Watford today. One of the standout players in my opinion, and he's put Watford ahead here inside 70 minutes. He hasn't got it at all. Played it back to the keeper. Put the keeper under a little bit of pressure here. Kicks it out of play. I'm going to bring Iheanacho on now. Just because we need something. I'm actually going to drop Aluko there. Hozabed's knackered. So we'll bring Iheanacho on. Hozabed's just dropped a little bit. in his form. Hasn't been able to score for the past 2 games. On a bit of a dry streak, but nevertheless, this is where we need other players to start popping up for us. Decore's there again. It's only 5 minutes to go here. Good interception by Lansbury. Where's the run? Who's making the run? Aluko is making a run. It's Sonny Aluko! And he has to equalise, and he does. And finally, not really deserved to be quite honest, but we had to make the most of that opportunity there. 5 minutes to go, and we've rescued ourselves a point. We will take that point. That's a huge goal by Aluko. He's not had the greatest of games. He's had a few opportunities, and he just hasn't been able to hit the target. But got this one on his left foot, and a little bit more composure here. Rolls it into the bottom right hand of the corner. It's all square here. Just given, again, to Aite. Still hasn't got it away. Ream, can he get it away? Not cleared properly yet. And Lansbury, as he knocks it down, referee finally says that's full time. And wow, that was a good game. A good game. Watford were absolutely fantastic. And fully deserved. I thought they were going to take all 3 points when Holebas scored in the 70th minute. But we fought back. And there was a mistake, actually, one of the only mistakes Watford made at the back. And we took the opportunity with it. I think it was Lansbury who won it. Thought about playing it to Iheanacho. Waited a little bit to see what run Aluko would make. Finally plays it into Aluko. And 4 minutes from time, he grabs us. An equaliser. So it's full time here. Watford 1, Fulham 1. So just taking a look at the other results. Spurs did go on to beat Chelsea 2-0. Liverpool beat Everton 2-1. Southampton won 2-0 against Reading. Big win for them. Stoke beat Arsenal. City ended up drawing with Swansea. And Palace also drew. No emails to deal with. So, interestingly shaped up the Premier League. As you can see there, Spurs have now gone top. And we remain, or we pull it back to just 2 points behind Chelsea now. Quick training session. Donnarumma has levelled up again. Now to an 83 rated player. That's huge for us. As we advance forward into Christmas Day. Feels a little bit weird talking about Christmas when it's nice and sunny outside the first week of May, but there you go. But a Christmas Day as we invite the Welsh over against Swansea. And of course, that game against against Watford, sorry, well, the game against Stoke as well, but the game against Watford, particularly only being 2 days ago, has taken the life out of the players a little bit. And we're going to have to go for a second team here. So Malone's going to get some game time. I'm going to leave Sigurðsson because I just need that strength for the back. We're going to give Maddle some game time. Fredericks doesn't get a lot, but he is now going to have to step up. Sacco's going to have to play. Where is McDonald's tired? Parker's going to start this one. Sobi's going to remain in the lineup. Aluko's going to come out for Iheanacho, and Johansson's going to start in replace of Hosbert. So a bit of a rotated side here. I'm going to need Hosbert and Kenny on the... we'll leave Kenny off the bench. So yeah, that's going to be the rotated side for Swansea. The tough fixture list could get to us here. Let's jump into the game. So then it's another home game and Merry Christmas, I guess. A little bit strange to say that, but it is the 25th of December in FIFA World. And we have a game against the Swans, of course. Swansea City making their trip across to London. They're down in 17th position, battling in relegation at the moment. We're up in 3rd, battling for the top of the table. Who'd have thought that on Christmas Day of 2017, Fulham would be battling for the top of the table? I'd be amazed. They could actually be getting promoted this season in real life, so I'll be amazed if they actually are, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Hey, Leicester have won the league. We are still the best defensive team in the league, just one now ahead of Manchester United, and it's mainly thanks to those two men standing in front of you. Captain Sigurðsson and goalkeeper Donnarumma have been absolutely fantastic for us in defence. Going forward, we've dropped off the pace a little bit, and we've suffered some losses and a defeat in our last, well, a loss and a defeat in the last 2 games. There is a big change, of course, to the lineup thanks to that game against Watford, which came just 2 days earlier. So it's a strong bench being fielded here by us, which a couple of our opponents have been doing, and it hasn't been working out too well for them. Hopefully it will work out a little bit better for us. Let's have a look at what the lineup of Swansea is. Of course, another Sigurðsson in the Swansea lineup, and I think I just spotted him. And he's an absolutely fantastic player going forward. So it'll be a battle of the two Sigurðssons here today. Here is the Swansea lineup. As you can see, Carl Barkley there starting in defence, Leon Britton, Gylfi Sigurðsson up there, Nathan Dyer as well. Leroy Fer, Bafétimbi Gomez, Ki-Sung Young and Llorente on the bench. So another strong bench by Swansea, but also a good starting lineup. And Sigurðsson is going to be somebody to watch out for. Will our Sigurðsson come out on top? Here is Iheanacho. Can he get a strike? Oh, he can. Maybe just a little bit too much on it. Fires it over the bar in the end. Of course, his loan deal ends at the end of this season. We did, of course, have him on a 2-year loan deal at the start of the series. Johansson doesn't get a lot of game time, making the opportunity over here, and I think he's won a penalty. Or is it? It's just outside the box, I think. Referee looked like he went to the spot there, to be quite honest, but you can just tell by the motion that it's not, and it is in fact a penalty. Sorry, a free kick. We could look at shooting this one. Right footer. I haven't really got any decent free kick takers, so we'll let Johansson whip in a cross for us. Hopefully just get this one right. I'm not too great at these. That's not bad. Sacco is there, wins the header. Easy save for Nordfout in the end though. Here's Cork plays the ball along. And just as I say, we've kept Sigurðsson at bay. No one spotted him running around the back post, did they? And he's popped home a goal there. Fair play to him. I thought, to be quite honest, based on that first half performance, our Sigurðsson was winning the battle. But Sigurðsson of Swansea has come out on top all of a sudden. Nobody was picking him up. And, well, we should be dealing with that a lot better. And it is our captain Sigurðsson there, who just has had an absolute nightmare. Sigurðsson gives Swansea the lead here. And that is going to be half-time. A little bit disappointing. Thought we did okay in that first half. We are, of course, playing a second team. A bit of a rotation team here. There's the manager of Swansea, who will be very happy. Both teams, like I said, did have opportunities to score goals. It looks like neither side were going to break the deadlock. But right on the stroke of half-time, Sigurðsson of Swansea beats Sigurðsson of Fulham in the box and tucks home into an empty net. Half-time, Fulham 0, Swansea 1. So some half-time scores coming in. Arsenal are, of course, playing Watford. That's held at 0-0. Villa, a big point for them against West Ham so far, 1-1. Chelsea drawing to Palace. That's okay for us if we can pick up some points here. Everton losing to Manchester United. Leicester, Burnley, Liverpool, Southampton kick off this evening. Reading and Stoke City also drawing. Another point there for Spurs. Sorry, for Reading. Spurs are level now. Sunderland have pulled that one back, so another good result for us as well. But we need to take the opportunity, the advantage, and try and pick up 3 points. And I'm going to do that by bringing Aite out at half-time. Let's jump into the second half. Burn could be in here. There's Cork. And my Sigurdsson's conceded a free kick, which their Sigurðsson will take. Sigurðsson. Oh, it's a fantastic effort. What a save by Donnarumma. Needs to get it away. Oh, Madl does. Off the line. Swansea definitely looking to put this game to bed here, and they could have done that if they'd have scored there. Fantastic free kick, great save by Donnarumma. The rebound was eventually cleared away, almost went in, and we've got a counter-attack here of our own. Johansson didn't pass it there, but Fredericks has got it. Look how many men Swansea have behind the ball. Plays it into Sacco. Can he turn and shoot? He can! Oh, and I thought somehow it should have gone off to the right-hand side of the goal. It went off to the left. There's the goal decision system, where Madl literally just got away with that. It looks a little not as close as it did before, but still, as you can see, almost some of the ball is already over the line. So very close there to conceding a second. Leon Britton now makes way for Ki Sung-young. Swansea adding pace to the field, which we just can't be dealing with at the minute. Look at trying to pick up some points here, but we need some against Swansea. We were lucky against Watford. Iheanacho. Oh, what a finish. Everyone was just sort of stopped there. Even Iheanacho had stopped, and he's kicked it from sort of like a dead ball situation, to be quite honest. And what a fantastic finish that is. Here it is. Everybody just sort of stops. Iheanacho thinks, you know what, I'll have a crack at that one, and it flies into the top corner. He hasn't scored many, but pops up with a huge goal there for us. Probably keeps his place in the starting lineup with that goal, although we probably need resting in 5 days' time. But we are all square again here, 1-1. So apparently that's a foul. Glad they've took Sigurðsson off, because last time we had a free kick from here, he nearly scored. Swansea will make another substitute. So will we, in that case. Our midfielders are looking very tired. So, one last opportunity here. McDonald and Hozebed to grab us the victory. Hozebed can move up front. Johansson will sit back for a little bit. 10 minutes to go. Is a Swansea free kick. Oh, Iheanacho's... Hasn't quite won it. Can he win it off Dyer? He can't. Dyer will kick it out of play, and referee will say half time. So very similar there to the Watford game. We were outperformed again by Swansea in the battle of Sigurðsson. To be quite honest, I've got to handle it. I've got to hand it to the Swansea Sigurðsson. He did actually grab himself a goal. He did then almost scored a free kick as well and get substitution. But our defender Sigurðsson was at fault for the goal really and couldn't create anything attackingly himself. Thanks to that man though, Iheanacho rescues a point here for us against Swansea. It's finished at full time then. Fulham 1, Swansea City 1. And then just checking the other results around the grounds. Arsenal did beat Watford 1-0. Villa drew with 1-1 with West Ham. Chelsea drew as well, which means we keep the gap to them. United did of course beat Everton. Spurs did win in the end. I think Reading might have drawn there. Not 100% sure. We'll advance it forward to the next game, which of course will be at the start of the next episode. Cavani would like to leave the club. Okay. And look at that. Another games back to back. Fixture list is clotting up a little bit. We'll take a quick look. They're going to sell Cavani for me. I know we're not on track. He's accepted his contract. Let's just have a quick look at the scout report for Isaac's success. Okay. So look, he's 12 million. That's ridiculous. We're not going to be able to afford him. As much as we'd like to, definitely can't even get him on loan either, to be quite honest. £46,500 wage budget. We just have nowhere near that sort of money. So it looks like he'll be staying at Watford. He is a fantastic player though. We won't be able to get him yet. Maybe get him at the start of the next season. We'll potentially. Rodak wants to leave, so would. Well, I think he wants to go on loan. Oh no, he actually wants to play even. My bad, but definitely not going to be getting any time. Probably sell him on actually in January. We don't need 3 goalkeepers in the books. I've just realised. We've got Bettinelli as well on the reserve. So West Brom is next, but I think let's just have a quick look at the fixtures. The next round of the FA Cup has been drawn. That's the 3rd round replay. Let's have a quick look at round 3. We have been drawn away to Cardiff, so a reasonable fixture for us. When we was in the Championship, we were drawing all the Premier League teams. Now we're in the Premier League, we're drawing the Championship teams, which works better in our favour, of course. Cardiff, an opponent of ours last season, they didn't come up with us, so clearly, obviously, a better side than them. Lots of games, of course, to be played in the 3rd round of the FA Cup. We'll take a quick look at the calendar just to see when that game comes, because I'll be focusing more on that game, more importantly, than the Burnley game, which I think is after West Brom. So we go to West Brom, we then go to Burnley. There's a little bit of a gap to Cardiff, which is not too bad. So the first side will play out against West Brom. We'll rest a couple of players against Burnley, and then we'll be refreshed for the FA Cup game against Cardiff. We then have Sunderland and Chelsea in the transfer window, and we'll probably play, hopefully we'll play another cup game towards the end of January as well. Don't really want to be drawing any of those because we can't really be affording any replays. We'll of course leave with a quick look at the Premier League table. Thanks to Spurs' 2 victories today's episode, they've now gone top, and they actually beat Chelsea, I do believe, who are 3 points behind them in second. United now climb to 3rd thanks to our slip-ups in the last couple of games or so. I think we've picked up 2 draws and a loss in our last 3 games, which isn't fantastic, which means we're down to 4th. 4th is still great for us, don't get me wrong, but we're just dropping off the pace a little bit. Palace have snuck into 5th place as well. Stoke City still there in 6th along with Sunderland. West Ham dropped down to 8th, Watford up to 9th. City climbing back up into 10th place. Liverpool, West Brom, Arsenal, Everton, Villa, Leicester and Swansea down in the bottom half of the table. Villa now out of relegation, up to 15th. Fair play to them. Southampton's still there in relegation. Burnley, of course, drop in. I don't know what's happened here. There we go. Burnley have dropped into relegation on 17 points. And Reading still down there on 11 points. Really, really are struggling. Minus 19 goal difference. Conceded 34 goals. That is not good for them. Anyway, I'm going to leave this episode off here. Be sure to drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Why not subscribe as well if you're new around here. And until next time, goodbye.